Good morning. It is September the 13th, 2016. Time to kick off another trading day. I apologize for not being in the room yesterday, but started Sunday night just to replace a router on the computer, and then lost my connection with AT&T, and AT&T had to come out, and they no longer support coax cable. So they had to replace all my cable from the fiber optic connection to the house, which took them much longer than I thought, and then they left me with the barest of bones setup last night. So I'm back to having to install a router again, but we'll work on that later on this week. So anyway, back up and running. I missed a pretty good day of trading, I hear, from Pat and some other folks. Sorry I wasn't here to participate, but things do happen that are beyond our control from time to time. Appreciate Pat and Peter backing me up, and hope you all profited from their guidance yesterday too. Okay, yesterday we had the 3 and 10 year, which is very, very unusual. Don't know why. My pen's not working today. A couple other things don't look right, so we'll just pull up this one, Epic Pen, and get that one going. There we go. Okay, not quite the same color we've had. Okay, yesterday we had the 3 and the 10 year auction, which is very unusual to see them both on the same day. Today we have the 30 year. They can't move paper, taking the market straight down. Brainerd's speech yesterday was taken as dovish. Perhaps the Fed won't raise interest rates come the 21st. So here we sit. My guess is that the low was made yesterday, and that we'll be probing the upper end because of the 30-year auction today. No news to speak of. NFIB Small Business Optimism Index was at 94.4. Equities around the globe are heavily lower, and it was blamed on crude oil. Oversupply don't go well, duh. It's something we talk about regularly. It's amazing when oversupply is not a problem. It doesn't change. We have about, I think, an extra 150 million barrels above ground than we normally have. So crude oil is blamed for the selling in equities around the globe. And it's as good as reason as any. Okay, let me make sure that I'm broadcasting on the right screen. Thank you, Pat. Screen. Crud, come on. Okay, should be looking at the 10 year now. Can you see that on the screen, everybody? Gosh, everything came back up. Okay. Let me get this all straightened out. And where's my chat? Thanks, Pat. Everybody else. Okay. Crude in oversupply. That's why the stock markets are down. And oh, come on. And so that's where we find ourselves. The 30-year auction, I believe, is going to support the market. I think we might be a little bit lower. So we've got this high volume number at 12.5, so we're going to try to buy 9s to 13s, take advantage of this B, but it may take us 16 to get into the market. than 1 to 5. Just again, based on the idea, it's tough to move 30-year paper if the market's selling. And Brainerd's speech yesterday was on the dovish side. Resistance is at 20 to 24 as we open. The overnight session high is 25.5, so 23.27 sell 1, 31.03 sell 2. Hope your all's weather is cooling down. Yesterday was really hot and muggy here. They promised us cooler weather later, starting tomorrow. Yesterday, when we had temperatures in the low 90s with humidity to match, reminded me quite a bit of our summer that we had, which was really, really hot and humid, like being east of the Mississippi and south of the Mason-Dixon line. Okay, looking at the 30-year. Again, I think it's going to be hard to break it, so 20 to 24 will be number 1. 13 to 17 buy 1. My guess is that they may take a 25 to get in on this one, and then 5 to 9 buy 2. Resistance starts basically at 4, so 4 to 8. Number 1 will make 12 to 16, so 1, and then 23.27 sell 2. But I'm guessing that, especially if we get some help from the stock market, that treasuries will trade higher today. I was reading an article on a hotel that they're building in Macau, not to be outdone by Dubai. And the average, I think, if I remember it correctly, the average expenditure on each room is $7 million, and some of the pictures they showed were just unreal. It would be, you'd have to be, I don't know what you'd have to be to enjoy that level of amenities and creature comforts. Okay, looking at gold, started racing at 32, 33, so 33, 35. That's our 35, 37 that has held up pretty well. Sell 1 and 38 to 40, sell 2. On the buy side, I have a pretty good chance 25 will hold up, so 26, 24, buy 1. If equities sell, I think it would make a stronger case than 19 to 21 for buy 2. So you are sending some cool air south, Reg. Well, we'll take it. Maybe in January I'll change my tune, but I do like the cold weather too. I also like the hot weather. It's just, you kind of get tired of this stuff. I like the 4 seasons. When it's 105 or so in the summer, it makes you appreciate the 30-degree daytime temps in January, and vice versa. By the time March rolls around, I'm tired of winter. Now Henry isn't. Henry would just as soon miss summer. Well, I have force tick rebuilt this thing too many times, so let me try it again. Okay, we're in the December contract, and I'm still screwed up, so I don't know what to. I'll have to shut down and do a deal. I'll redo that one. I'll shut it down and bring it back up. So So much for the euro right now, but just looking at where we are just quickly. 12.90 to 113 even, sell 1. 13.25, sell 2. On the buy side, got that low volume number at 64. We're at 79, so 50 to 60 buy 1. Kind of running a little blind, and 12.25 buy 2. And I will come back and we'll pick that up if I can get it to rebuild. Okay, looking at crude. Crude is in oversupply. Sell crude. Okay. I mean, where have you guys been? Stops below 45, so 44.75, 45. That is support. Buy 1. Buy 2, 44, 44 and a quarter. On the sell side, 45.50 to 75, sell 1. 46 even, 46 and a quarter, sell 2. And last rotate up stopped at 35.40. So if we get back up there and we can't get through 50, we might have to put that sell on at a lower level. This means the market is weaker than I think it is structurally. And last but not least, the E-mini. Okay, short covering rallies or squeezes are 40 to 70 points. And you can't forget that on the E-mini. And short covering rallies water your eyes. They are the most violent rally that we deal with. So yesterday we had a day session low of 21.10. Had a day session high of 21.56. So there was your 45 points of rally in the day session, and if we look at the overnight session low, 50 points. So that's the way that game works, and I mean it is just a very, and the higher it goes, the faster it's going to go. So we had a trending conditions through C period, D period, we pause, then we start back up in F period, we make it a little bit more, and then in J period, that's when things really get out of hand. That's when oh my God, just get me out of the market. If I ever find myself in this situation again, I promise I'll never do it again. And that's where we are. So one of the key points right here that I would look at is this last rally, this break right here at 21.30. That's a pretty clean break in the market, and if we come back down in 21.30 holds, then not going to be too difficult to get up here to where I see another pretty clean break at 44, 43 to 45. So you can see just kind of coming through here that we got a pretty clean break in the market there. Then at 21.30, that's where we are. If the overnight news, I mean, when we look at Asia collectively is off 6.63, Europe and Great Britain collectively off 5.95%. We should get a test of 21.30. So I think the first trade is to find a place to get short. The London high is 42. The break in the market is 44 to maybe as high as 47. So we're at 37.75. So 40, 42, sell 1. 45, 47, sell 2. Basically trying to sell 21.40s to 45s. On the buy side, I think we're going to head lower, so we'll make 30, 32 buy 1. And then 20, 25 buy 2. 2100 is an obvious trading target. That is a very round number. It's not going to be that hard to get there, retesting yesterday's lows. Then if that holds and we don't take it out, I would imagine that we're going to look at consolidation, but the short covering rallies at 40 to 70 points. I mean, that's just the way this market works, and they are swift. Okay, it will take a while to get everything up and published. I'm going to get busy on that. I will be back with you as soon as possible.